Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode. I am Bridger, and today we are taking a look at Crying Suns. This is an unusual thing. Hello, Epolemus? Interestingly, there's a brand new, big update. If you recall, FTL had a major update like a year or so after it came out with a whole bunch of additions. Crying Sun just got what they call the Advanced Tactics update that is now available in beta. I never actually played this game for more than about an hour. I did a bit of a review, preview, sort of like just Games Explained video on it about a year-ish ago, maybe a year and a half, and I was really intrigued by it, but I just never continued playing it. For those of you that are unfamiliar, this is basically like FTL plus story. FTL, kind of make your own story. There's not a huge, deep background to go into, but this one has what's very interesting, sort of Asimov-ish, Asimov-esque story going on in the background, and that's one of the things that makes it really cool. It's a roguelike that has a deep story that you sort of reveal as you're playing through it. And so we're going to be playing through that now with the new, they've added a whole bunch of new enemies and rebalanced things and new items that you can have and things like that. So we're going to be playing through this. At the same time, Field of Glorious Empires just dropped their new DLC and the big patch that came along with it. A lot of good things in there, but likely to be some issues right when it comes out. So we're going to take some time and get to that later in the potential future. So I'm starting purely from scratch here. So let's do this and see how it works. It's very Matrix-inspired, in a sense. Ellie's Idaho. Is that the name of my character? We're on a dwarf planet called Gehenna. A top-secret cloning facility for the Imperial Forces, the one and only of its kind. And this weird squid-looking thing is Caliban. So, we're basically in this cloning factory, and this is how they explain that roguelike aspect. Every time you lose and die, a new clone of you is popped out here with some of those memories and new officers, new versions of your officers with some improvements and things like that. Luckily, this robot here seems to be very benevolent. He's just been a caretaker of these clones of military officers. An Omni. Omni-mechanical neon intelligence. Neo-N intelligence. Neon-N? Once every 4 years, under the most secretive protocols, I receive a single transmission from Elysium, our capital. Those transmissions stopped arriving. That's just it. I can't. The facility was built in such a way as to prevent it from initializing contact with the Empire to help keep it a secret. Something is wrong, I'm certain, and I've awoken you so that we can fly out of here and in an Omega-class battleship, no less, and see for ourselves. So, that's the interesting part here. All we know at the beginning is the Empire may need help, that this facility was built specifically for a time of need, Why can't this crazy monster machine control the battleship? The Emperor prohibited Omnis from commanding battleships. War is a human prerogative. Well, it seems to make sense, honestly. The clones here are the best of the best. That would make you the best Imperial admirals who ever exist. Well, I feel flattered. Can you recall any of your emotional memories? Any memories linked to a strong emotion? Those apparently are trickier to access. Our character may have some backstory that gets revealed in flashbacks. The rational memories linked to your training and combat experience should be very easily inaccessible. But just in case, we're going to have some tutorials. And now, this is the creepy part. He insists that when these emotional memories return, you must tell me immediately. It's important for your safety. Yes, your safety. I mean, they obviously wrote it like that to make you suspicious. So let's see. Like I said, I never got deep into this. So I don't know if Caliban's a good guy or a bad guy or what's going on here. So we're starting an Excelsior class Imperial battleship. Gehenna's Tech is a core system that we start with. Improve squadrons reparation time while in the hangar by 50%. That is very fast. Okay. And this is the status of all of our upgrades, and obviously the potential to be upgraded. We unlock these new classes in the future. We'll probably start with normal difficulty. And we get a certain amount of scrap and fuel and commandos. We also seem to start with specific squadrons for our battleship, and we start with no auxiliary system, but the ability to put 2 in there. And we start with 1 weapon on the battleship, which is just looks like a single shot. Alright, so obviously there's not much to choose here because it's just showing us what the basic starting battleship has. Now here we do get to choose 2 officer clones to take with us. Ideally they would have different ability slots. The music in this is great, isn't it? It's very atmospheric. I love it. So emergency repair repairs your hull. Honestly, if they've gotten through to our hull, it's probably bad news. And meanwhile, here, this one's squadron ability, if you put them in the squadron slot, spawns 1 crafted drone, same mark with 20 health points on any non-crafted squadron death. Battlefield auto crafter. So when a squadron dies, it'll spawn a new one with less health quickly. Battleship shielding actually seems pretty good. Absorb 1 shield. Add 1 absorb shield every 15 seconds to the first unshielded battleship system, hull, squadron, or weapons. I like that a lot. Let's get Sergei Silva, a scientist, on board. These different things here also indicate what these scientists have in terms of specializations that could be very helpful for you. And then proximity defense deals 2 DPS to enemies adjacent to your battleship system cells. That is also pretty good, but I'm going to go with this one. And then I want something different, so I'm going to go with the squadron Mikhail Balois. Alright, so I think that's all we get to choose at the beginning. Let's just hit start. And all of these other officers can be unlocked, and they can gain experience through the game as you progress. The furthest sectors from the capital that there are, if there were ever a wasteland in the Empire, this would be it. It's probably nothing. The Empire has run flawlessly for how many years? 700 years? It will do so for 100 more. Now, come on, let's take a look around. So, now we get to pick a system. And the only thing we know about this system is that it's got at least 1 anomaly. And it's got all of these other places to go to. Points of interest, they're called. It's also got at least 1 ground signal. and it's got 5 points of interest. That's all that this tells us ahead of time. I think you can equip things that improve the prediction of what's where. So we've jumped into a brand new system. It appears to be some kind of cube-like refinery, sir. It's a neon hypercube, omnitech for the simultaneously harvesting and refining of neutrinium from nearby stars. This cube isn't connected to the FoldNet. How can that be, and why aren't there hypercube omnis trying to reconnect it as we speak? Obviously some disaster has happened somehow. We're going to continue to go through the explanations here because I haven't... it's been a long time since I've seen this. Hey, Black Corp, how's it going? Certain things are still blurry to me, machine. Give me the backstory. Hundreds of years ago, pre-Omni times, the first advanced machines discovered the existence of the final element, neutrinium, which exists unusually but not always in stars. Neutrinium is extremely volatile in its natural state, but there are advanced machines stabilized... But these advanced machines stabilized and improved upon it, providing the most powerful and longest-lasting energy source yet, neo-neutrinium, or Neo-N. Neo-N in turn allowed these first machines to create an even more advanced machine, the Omni, the acronym for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. But I thought you told me Oberon invented the Omnis. You're absolutely right, but technically it's not entirely true. Oberon invented the first advanced machines, which in turn, thanks in part to their creation of Neon-N, invented the Omnis. So, he gets credit by proxy. Neo-N in its refined state is the perfect energy source, stable and almost boundless in its energy yield. As a result, it's used in just about all Omni-tech as humans stopped inventing tech hundreds of years ago. What could possibly go wrong? What's important about Neo-N is that our very own battleship, the NS Odysseus, oh, that's a good name, uses it, and without it, we can't go anywhere. It's not like the Odysseus is going to be left adrift wandering from place to place for a while. So what is this FoldNet they mentioned? The Omnis have invented and managed Imperial tech more or less since the dawn of the Empire. The FoldNet forms the backbone of the Empire. Think of it as a global galactic network. It's basically the internet that can travel faster than light, I think. Instant data and/or matter transmissions. Oh, and/or matter transmissions. And you can also fax a car. You could download a car. Fantastic. And without it, the constant vigilance and management of the FoldNet Omnis, none of it would be possible, and humanity would live in a fragmented, chaotic darkness. Needless to say, the FoldNet is important. All right. Now, what about the folders? In the early days of the Empire, at a speed of 100 times that of the light, the interstice offered the fastest space travel available. It was fast, don't get me wrong, but traveling from cluster to cluster could still take decades. To assist Empire administration, and just because we could, the Omnis invented a means to travel between 2 points in space instantaneously, the folders. Each folder, several kilometers across, is linked and paired with another folder, so they're warp gates, basically. Or teleportation gates. This is going to be really difficult to explain to a non-quantum computing entity. All you need to do is that their paired folders collapse or fold space for a very brief amount of time to join two parts previously unjoined. Without the folders, Oberon could never have grown his empire nor kept it together for the 700 years. Each folder is run by an Omni. These Omnis are clearly known as folder Omnis. Without them, the folders cannot work. Lastly, in order to reach Elysium, the Empire's capital, on our journey, we will have to use several folders. Why can't we teleport to Elysium directly? Because we're deep in the Outer Rim. The few folders paired with Elysium will be found only in very important hubs. So those are our sort of main goal, I think. What can you tell me about the FoldNet beacons? Function as repeaters, amplifying all FoldNet data transmission throughout the clusters. Beacons allow all Empire citizens, even if they live out here on the Rim, socially and culturally irrelevant, to receive and send information in the galaxy instantly. Oh, you're calling us socially and culturally irrelevant. The Emperor believes that everyone has the right to instantaneous information and materials in his sectors. Quite debatable if you ask me. Let's learn a little bit more about the interstice. The big internet before the folding. Tech. Created a tunnel where universal life speed behaves. Possible reach up to 200 times the speed of light. Oh, interstice travel was like hyperspeed, but before you got hyper gates. The interstace is sufficient when traveling intra-cluster and within their... Okay, that's just an explanation for how we're moving around. Okay, so I think we've got everything we need to know. That's enough for now, machine. So we've got this hypercube. There's one of these at every star. Oh, okay. That's just that. Giving us the option. Send a small team to investigate the cube. Captain Lynch is on it. Yami was right. The cube is not connected to the fold net, and by the looks of it, it hasn't been connected in years. It looks like it's been disconnected for 10, 15 years. Could the Empire have disconnected it on purpose? Cubes are complex tech needing constant supervision. Disconnecting it would make that all but impossible. There's no Neo-N here whatsoever. Looks like whoever came before took all of it. No refueling possible. Should be able to unlock the final restraint so that we can scavenge the leftovers. It won't be much, but it will help our efforts. So we can get a little bit of fuel. We should be able to scavenge Neo-N fuel here now, but that'll be the last of it at this cube. So each cube has a chance to scavenge some fuel, but not a lot. So we're going to do that now. So it's either 1, 2, or 3, with the odds seeming to be based on the size of the bar. And you can upgrade your ship to be better at scavenging more fuel, which lets you go more places. So this is reminding us what our core system is. That's good. Let's assign our main squadron officer to the squadron... I don't know. Station? Okay, so we've got them. And now we're ready to go to the local system map because there are points of interest to go look at. It's only going to let us go to the first one, of course, because it's the, you know, tutorial situation here. Battleship, 12 o'clock. You're going to have to, you know, never seen a ship like this in all my years of service. Because we're like hundreds of years old at this point. An Imperial battleship made from Talos tech. My mouth is watering, says this grub. Stand down, Captain. This is an Imperial sector you find yourself in. He doesn't seem to think so. Alright, battle is imminent. So now we get to sort of the main gameplay of this, which is kind of real-time. It's pausable real-time. Deploy your officers. I already did that. Some officers have special abilities that can boost specific systems. All officers can also repair critical effects sustained in any system. So that's another reason to have the officers out there. Squadrons are essential to protect your battleship and destroy the enemy. We just click on the plus sign. For now, your second dock will be locked until you've learned the basics. Use your weapons to gain a decisive advantage. Your neurocom can also accelerate your thoughts to a point where time appears to totally stay still. This is one of the things I really love about this game. They really thought through all of the systems and how to avoid any kind of ludonarrative dissonance. And this is reminding us the sort of rock, paper, scissors setup that is the basis for the combat system between the squadrons, but it gets more complicated than this as you add more things in. So, the other thing, we can use the hotkeys here. So what do we send out first? We've got extra drones. This one's being, this one's only half repaired. So we'll do that, and we'll have them go to here. And in the future, this will have terrain in it as well, which is interesting. So I think we're going to unpause this here. Oh, we should choose our main weapon too, which is now charging. So the enemy is coming at us with drones. Can we... How do we recall? It's probably going to tell us. I don't remember. So we'll just send these guys out to do damage. And it shows that it's going to do 3 DPS in an area around it. Melee DPS, they call it. And our weapon here is installed now and is charging. Units are under attack. So that's right. The systems can gain heat. I don't remember what causes them to gain heat, but I guess we'll get there. Oh, yeah, remember this guy adds a shield level to each section of the ship every 15 seconds. So it added one to the hull, then it's going to add one to the squadrons, then it's going to add one to the weapon. Yeah, we can have him come back in here and dock. Your weapon finished charging, it's ready to fire. Choose a target on the battlefield to damage your enemies. I think we can have it... I think it's going to dock with the ship here. No, I guess we gotta use a hotkey or something. We'll get there. It's not trying to teach us about these other things. So we're gonna shoot at the enemy's weapons, even though they don't technically have anything that they can shoot us with. Now, we've damaged their weapons section, which means it's locked. They can't use it. That's why you want to attack specific sections if you're worried about them more. And also, as you damage the weapons, you're also damaging their hull. And we killed him and got some scrap. The other thing I remember is your squadrons, if they're, as long as they're not damaged below half, can be repaired all the way to full. But if they're damaged below half, they can only be repaired to half. So, okay, we're going to go to the next part of the system map here, and we reveal more of the story. An Imperial outpost seems abandoned. Any heat signatures? No. No omnipresence. So, what can we tell us? Seems to be just your run-of-the-mill Imperial outpost. These are outposts. There are outposts in all Imperial sectors. With the capital so far away, they help keep the peace and maintain order. There's definitely no military might here right now. Well, that's good. You can actually see the Imperial symbol in the top of the thing there. That's kind of cool. Let's try to make contact, even though there's no signals, just in case. All right, nobody's answering. Well, now we send a team of commandos to take a closer look. And this is sort of a randomized outcome, but you're risking your commandos, the resources. They might find some stuff, or they might get attacked and you might lose some or something. It was abandoned years ago. Looks like someone came here, took most of the valuable Omni parts, Neo-N encapsulators, positronic chips, and left the rest behind. Scavenging Omni parts? That's a capital offense. Well, something tells me nobody's enforcing those capital offenses anymore. They found an intact Omni. It's not functional. We're going to learn some more information about what's going on here, I think. Its exoframe is perfectly intact. It has plenty of Neo-N, and its positronic ship seems to be in place. It should be up and running. It was shut down 20 years ago, the same time the hypercube was unlinked from the FoldNet. Something tells me this is some kind of an attack. Can he reactivate the Omni? No, only Omni owners can do that. Besides, this Omni isn't just in sleep mode, it's been shut down. What about this positronic chip thing? As incredible as that is, you guys somehow managed to invent this positronic brain. It contains the Rubicon, and 2, it dictates Omni functionality. His functions are specific to Gehenna, and as such are different from the functions of other Omnis, whether they be Imperial outposts, blah, blah, blah. Each Omni is specific. They're produced and distributed near Elysium. Of course, that's by design so that the Oberon can keep track of this stuff. So there must have been some kind of a coup. So as to maintain perpetual harmony in the Empire, Oberon created a quota. Depending on your house and whether it's minor or major, you receive a certain number of chips every 10 years. House Telos received the most chips. One of the minor houses, Vicarelli. They have a pitiful quota. Embarrassing, really. I'd hate to be a Vicarelli Omni. So what about this Rubicon thing that the Omnis have in them? It's a set of rules enforced at a very low level. Oh, I'm familiar with that. I've read Azimov. Ensuring that Omnis don't harm humans and don't deviate from their missions. Suppose an Omni dissipated its Rubicon, what would happen? Unfortunately, these are examples of occurring in the early days, but if that happens, then the chip would deactivate and trigger a self-termination feature. Something tells me that Omni suicide probably didn't wind up working out. I feel like this is a repeat here. Yeah, I've already seen that. So, it's very much reminiscent of the Foundation series from Azimov, where they have this technological society on the edge of an empire that had collapsed, and they have to try to fix the empire from the outside in. Our battleship's heuristics are detecting an anomaly at our next destination. Anomaly? Oh no, what can anomaly be? Anomalous signals are the riskiest events you'll encounter, offering very positive or very negative outcomes. You won't know which type it is until arriving at the signal source. So if you're not doing well in a particular run, you might want to avoid them or use them as a Hail Mary. It's one of those creatures again, sir. Maybe this one will be friendly. Nice ship you got there. Enjoy scrapping it over your dead bodies. You're going down, whatever you are. That's my captain voice. So that's what Captain Oberon would sound like, right? Alright, so each basic squadron type is best suited to fight against a particular enemy squadron, providing it with a massive damage bonus if properly matched. Yes, rock, paper, scissors. Now, do we wait a second and see what they deploy? Oh, we can see what they have. They have a fighter. Drones have NASA's damage bonus against fighters. So, yeah, let's deploy our good friends here and unpause. There we go. You can see they are outshooting that fighter significantly. Oh. Maybe not. One of your squadrons has been wrecked and can't be used in this fight until patched. Onboard mechanics can only patch a squadron up to 50% of its max health. That's what it is. So, it's not if you go below half. It's if you completely die. That's when you can only get back up to half without going to a shipyard. It looks like that was specifically designed to happen, though, because drones should have had a massive damage bonus against fighters. Anyway, that was just designed to show me what happens. We could use our big gun here against these guys. There we go. Saved the battleship from being attacked. Now, he doesn't have anything. We could send out... Now, fighters do more base DPS, but frigates... Frigates have more health. And that's another way that these things change. These drones have more health than fighters, but do less DPS. The fighters do the most. And, the frigates are really slow, but also strong. Let's send the fighters out, since the enemy is currently unable to go against us here. Let's see if we can do some damage before their squadrons appear. Probably not. Oh, they don't have any more squadrons, it looks like, so we're just going to do damage to whatever section of them. Now, if we send them over here to do damage to the hull, I think that winds up doing more damage, but we'll have to find out. Alright, so we gained... So one of our drones was wrecked, and we got a fighter squadron as a reward. Again, these are super simple battles to demonstrate the basics here, which I've decided to go through because it's been a while, and the story, if you want to follow the whole story, getting it from the beginning is pretty important. We won't know what kind of outcome to expect until we arrive at the source signal. You could say investigating anomaly signals is a bit of a gamble. You don't say. So now we've only got one more. It's going to tell us about how these planet ones work. Now, the planet ones are push your luck mechanics. We send some commandos, Marines. Ground signal could be worth investigating. Oh, there's a person. Tegan Bowie, leader of my small colony. What can we do for you, Admiral? If it's scrap you're looking for, we don't have any. The Omnis shut down. And when they did, so did all their tech. Can't run without them. No idea how it happened. I'm not sure even Oberon does. It's truly a great mystery of our time, and as for when, it was 20 years ago. So this whole area has descended into anarchy and chaos because the super intelligent robots designed to keep the peace and maintain all the technology that provides for a civilized, super advanced civilization, it all stopped one day. They relied on them for food, medicine, water. It's hard to give accurate numbers, but maybe 75% of the population died within the first 5 years alone. Because they had to figure out how to farm. Now that Omnis have been inactive for so long, Imperial Soul, the former currency, no longer holds any value. The only thing that does is scrap, remnants of Omnitech. Its metals, ship materials, and Neo-N are energy source. And as Omnitech becomes scarcer and scarcer, which it has over the last 20 years, its value is appreciated, causing people to act in increasingly desperate and violent ways to get it. That's why scrappers want to destroy your ship so much. It's so they can collect its broken down parts and sell them. Those bastards. But it's not just scrappers. Alright, so ask how we can help. Defeating the scrappers would be a nice start. Things would look a whole lot better with those scum out of the way. The scrappers are a group of hideous irradiated scavengers who collect leftover Omnitech. So they're Reavers? Kind of? From Firefly? When the Omni shut down, causing the Full Net to collapse in our sectors, they were the ones who took over in the chaos. They're not only rotten apples around here. They're not the only rotten apples around here, with pirates and your occasional crazy civilian, but they're definitely the worst. They defeated Imperial ships. How? The Telos tech is second to none. Imperial captains are trained at the Academy, but the scrapper battleships wore them down. Picked off one here, another there. It was a war of attrition. Plus, the Empire couldn't send in reinforcements, not with their folders down. But I think it's just a matter of time before they make slaves of us all. Even if you beat them, even if you beat Mother, it won't change anything. The way we're going, 10, 15 years, we'll all be, with all the hardships we've been experiencing, we'll be gone, all of us. Unless you somehow reactivate the Omnis, turn them back on again. The ones that haven't been scavenged for their parts, that is. Alright. So how does he think we can turn the Omnis back on? He doesn't know. You'll have to solve that mystery on your own. Once you do, you'll have to find a way to turn them back on, blah, blah, blah. Alright. What is this Mother he keeps talking about? Oh, it's the leader of the Scrappers. She was one who started the Scrappers, fostering a punk nihilistic scavenging philosophy amongst their sordid ranks. So this is kind of like, Foundation series of Isaac Asimov meets Fury Road. And Mother would be like, what's his name, Joe? It's the worst of the worst. When the Omni shut down, their prisoners escaped from their Omni-run prisons and psychiatric stations. Oh! Mother loves her tech, especially House Telos tech, like that battleship you have, and she and the Boyles who work for her will kill you for it, and enjoy doing so. Alright, well, we know everything we can know about this. We don't need to learn more about this. Well, learn more about scrap. It's got that. Oh, okay. These are questions. I thought that was indicating we haven't learned those answers, but no. It's got a different thing for that. In the name of Oberon, we'll take care of these scrappers and get your Omnis up and running. I did stop trying. I stopped trying. I failed and I stopped trying. He's not wrong. But this time we'll succeed because there are people watching. we go. Ah, we got +4, whatever that is, Neo-N. Alright, so we're going to do checking out the ground signal. Your second dock has been unlocked. Remember to make good use of it while commanding your squadrons. A numerical advantage is often the turning point in battle. You can access Expedition Dashboard over here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is set up our frigate in the secondary slot here, because then it will take less time to actually do that in battle. So, we need to send at least 3 commandos down. There's an ejected cryopod down there, and we're going to find what we can find. Maybe it's an officer. Never know. So the artifact is an ejected cryopod, which every time you go to an ejected cryopod has the same possible outcomes, I believe. So this is the number of commandos sent at the mission. Minimal requirement for commandos is 3. The maximum number you can send is 10 if you have enough of them. Oh, the maximum will be sent if you have enough of them. The more you send, the better your chance of success. So it's always going to send 10 unless you don't have a 10. This section displays the type of artifacts you will have a chance to collect during the expedition. Each type will yield the same kind of reward. Good to know. No major threats detected. Excellent. Ground distress signals display the number of possible retreats your team will have during the expedition. So this is the press your luck thing. We have one chance, if things are looking bad, to retreat without potentially losing more of our officers and or commandos. Officer survival represents the chance of your leading officer has to return safely. Healthy officers have a chance to come back injured. Injured officers have a chance to die. An injured or dead officer will abort the mission, forcing the team to retreat the ship without the loot. This shows the minimum and maximum % of encountered resources, artifacts included, that your team will have a chance to bring back, based on the specific officers that are leading. And then it shows how many commandos are likely to survive because that officer is leading. So the type of mission determines the type of threat that we will run into. And this is showing that the types of skills that these 2 officers have access to will affect how much loot they are likely to be able to recover, and it will affect how many commandos we lose. It looks like the soldier is going to be the best fit for this. There are certain situations where an expedition will be better fit to have a scientist go. Right now we're launching the expedition with our soldier because that looked like it was going to give us the best possible results. We'll have visuals, but space-to-ground communication will be minimal. We can't risk giving away the location of our battleship or exposing it to further threats. And if it's necessary, we'll have an emergency retreat opportunity halfway through the mission. So now it's going to go through, and the only input that we're going to have... Danger was avoided. Okay, good. Danger. Avoided. Those are rolls, I believe, happening there. Oh, we found a lot of fuel. 3's pretty good. And we fought, and we got that. Danger avoided. Excellent. So this is our halfway point. We could retreat with what little we've already grabbed. And we got a little... Yeah, 41 scrap and 3 fuel. But obviously we haven't gotten the artifact yet. And again, all of these things... Because we have the soldier with the knife and the blasty thing, every time we came up against a knife and a blasty thing, those actually aren't rolls. I think those are automatic if you have the correct skill. We don't have the discretion skill, so we didn't get whatever loot was located at this particular node. So if you have officers with more skills, they give you better results in this particular arena. We're going to continue because we haven't lost anybody yet. Here's danger. Persuasion didn't work, so some of our Marines have been injured. Oh, and we lost one. But we got to the ejected cryopod. Now, demolition. We needed demolition and erudition to actually get something out of it. So now we're going to try to get to the extraction point. And it looks like we got a little bit of scrap. So, we lost Lily, but she did not die in vain. So, destruction and erudition appears to be required in order to get into those ejected cryopods. So now we open this star map. We choose the next one. This is very reminiscent of the FTL situation. Each interstitial jump to a neighboring system costs 1 Neo-N. Each system contains different points of interest. Ground signal indicators show a system with planetary expedition. Trading beacon indicates a system where you can buy or repair equipment. An anomaly indicators show a system where there's high level of risk and or reward. Each time you jump, the current sector's rulers get more suspicious. Once the alert counter reaches 0, they will follow your tracks and try to find you. Being caught will result in a difficult and unprofitable encounter. That is, again, very much like FTL's chase mechanics. Now, I think we should probably go to a place that has a trading beacon. The Omniforge, that's new. The trading beacon will be beneficial because we can upgrade our ship with the scrap that we do have. I think we want to go here. Wait, system is too far. Oh, I have to reach this entrance first. Oh, wait a minute. Did I go back to the entrance? Was I already further ahead? Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. Well. Now I've got to try to get ahead of the alert here. When you first get to a system, playing a pre-shutdown message on a loop. It's an ad. It's an advertisement in space. So we're first going to try to scavenge some Neo-N. Then we're going to take a look at the local system map and see... I don't think we want to go to the place with the shop just yet. Let's go to this random spot here. A pirate guarding a fuel station. We're off its scanners. What do we do? If we had an officer with the discretion, we could do something, but I think we should ambush the pirate battleship. That'll get us more scrap. If we can access the refueling station, we can replenish our tanks. That's true. That gives you more capabilities. Let's ambush the pirate battleship. We want that fuel. And if we ambush them, then we get a slight advantage in the combat. Our units are deployed and our weapons are ready to fire right at the beginning. All enemies have specialties depending upon their faction. Check the description of their core system for information about the specific battleship technology. So it's down here. So pirates, more chance to start a fight on an advantageous battleground. Presumably theirs. They capture at ×2 speed. They have 1 extra officer, and they have fewer commandos in expeditions. Oh, okay. So that would apply if I was the one running the commandos. Can deploy fewer squadrons during a fight, but compensated by reinforcement waves over time, each wave being weaker than the previous one. Interesting. And they also have an auxiliary system here. Shot price is -20%. They have a weapon. The flak cannon deals 10 random... targets 10 random cells in the entire area of the impact zone, and does 25 to each of them, I guess. They've got some officers here. Advanced critical repair, immune to health loss due to critical effect. So the officer can't be hurt because the squadron station is taking damage. Can repair even when locked by a hull critical effect. And this one deals 2 DPS to enemies adjacent to your battleship's system cells. So I think we just do damage straight to the hull if we get the opportunity. Now, there's an anti-squadron defensive battery in the center. If we capture it, it'll do damage to all the things around the center of the map, which can be very valuable. And it'll take 15 seconds to capture. That's where these guys could capture faster. But we're going to try to get there in our fighters, which travel fairly quickly. And then our frigate is going to go and provide support. Now, asteroid fields, moving on them is reduced, but the asteroid field acts as a shield for enemies that you're fighting against. So if you go in there, any enemies trying to slip past you will take damage and get into combat with you, and you'll absorb the damage on the asteroids. Okay, now the first thing we probably want to do is shoot them with our gun and do some damage there, straight to the hull. It actually hit their weapons, which generated heat. If we do enough heat fast enough, and guide your units along using waypoints, holding down control. That makes sense. Capturable. And then these guys, we're going to have them enter here. And then we'll see where the enemies do. These are fighters. Frigates have a huge bonus against fighters. So let's go and start this fight, and these guys can join as well. So we'll double team them. Alright, so now the frigates we're going to send right up here. The enemy's weapons are still offline, and we're going to want to keep it that way. Oh, right-click to withdraw. 1+U. Is there a way to adjust 1+U? I guess that's some form of retreat there. So it's doing 3 at a time. If we have them go directly after the hull, I think it does 5 at a time. No, it still does 3 at a time. But the squadron is going to try to hurt me, but it doesn't matter because we're going to blow up their ship. There we go. Again, these are easy encounters as we learn the mechanics. But the station was damaged in the fight, and its Neo-N leaked out. Damn! Let's see. I want to remember to look up how the difficulty affects. Do you get better progress or something? Now, we're doing okay. I think we're going to go investigate the Anomalies single after we go to this mercenary outpost and maybe use our scrap to upgrade stuff. A church battleship hiding in that asteroid field. In those rocks, its visibility must be slim to none. If we attack the ship, we risk damage from the asteroids. Oh, have a specialist officer redirect the asteroids into the enemy ship. That seems like a good idea, since we happen to have a specialist officer who's just, you know, good at those things. There we go. I'm not a meteorologist, sir, but I see an asteroid shower in their immediate forecast. I love the writing in this game. The church ship has taken significant hull damage and we're clear. Press the attack. Alright. The enemy has sustained damage and will start the battle with a critical effect, and they're on fire. And apparently that's on the hull. So fire deals 15 damage every 20 seconds for each fire critical, and spawns a new fire critical. Each time a hull bar is destroyed, it puts out all fires in the subsystem. We have 2 hull bars. They only have the 1. Each new critical effect deals 1 damage to each officer docked in the system. Yikes. And then officers cannot use their ability, and critical repair takes twice the time. So this officer here is going to try to repair these effects, but it's going to be pretty rough. There's an asteroid field and a nanobot repair field here, sitting on top of each other. All adjacent squadrons try to capture, because the repair field applies regen for 10 seconds on units within 4 cells. Now, they've got a frigate, so we want to make sure that we bring in some drones, I think. Unfortunately, our drones kind of weak. We're still going to do it, though. And then we'll have our frigate, because, you know, Oh, nope, we wanted the frigate. Damn it. There we go. I think I just screwed that up because they should have been pre-deployed. Alright, let's unpause this. So 1 and 2. Whoa, he fired that big one guy. Ah, I undid the shot too. Let's double team this guy. Alright, these drones are already pretty bad off. So the fire's almost gonna... This guy's trying to recover himself here. Alright, we got him. And we gained a plasma nuke Mark 1. Well, that seems like something I'll want to install. Oh, we can upgrade our stuff without going to a special station. That's good. I didn't actually know that. Squadron dock recovery reduces the time they take to recover if they're docked. Fuel scavenging efficiency seems pretty good. Navigation scanner gives us information up to 2 jumps away. Allows for 2 retreats during those things. We need another weapon dock because we just gained a weapon, so we probably want to install that. Weapon system support. 1 officer support dock in the weapon-based system. 1 officer support dock. Oh, okay, so we could have 2 officers in the same system if we wanted to, if we upgrade that, but we don't really have an officer to put there, so we're not going to worry about it. We are going to get an additional weapon dock. That costs 70. Now, additional hull structures is not bad. 125 points, that'd be good too. Hull integrity support, or heat capacity, 55 heat points per room. I would like to save up to get an additional squadron dock, so we can have more than 1 squadron at a time. But I think we're going to get fuel scavenging efficiency. And maybe retreating will cost 75% of the loot or 75% of the injured commandos. Oh, that's interesting. You'll still be able to bring back the other. You know what? Let's get fuel efficiency, fuel scavenging efficiency all the way up. And let's get ground signal to the next step. And now we'll save up for the next squadron dock. Meanwhile, we're at a shop here. And we can't buy anything because I just kind of, you know, spent it all. We could buy some fuel or some commandos. We have 11. Let's buy 1 commando and 1 fuel. Do we have anything that we can sell that we don't want? So the plasma nuke we probably need to equip, so we want to keep that. We could buy officers if we had enough. Could we sell these partially broken drones? We apparently can't repair them. We could sell our officer. That just seems mean. It would be nice to have more options for our officers, but we don't have any spies available here anyway. So we're just going to hold off on selling anything at the moment, I think. We'll keep the drones that we do have. And we'll put the fighters up front. Now we can put the plasma nuke in our secondary slot. Okay, now we're ready, I think, to go to one of these anomalies. Gulp. Cross your fingers. Civilian wreckage. Looks like it collided head-on with something in an interstitial tunnel. There might be a small amount of scrap available for the taking in the crash if it didn't disintegrate. Let's try to scavenge it. Hey, 59's a lot. That's nice. Positive outcome. Could have been a negative outcome. We're going to go to the other, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. We only got the 5 Neo-N fuel. We're going to try one more anomaly. Oh, a battleship. Scrapper battleship. So far, it's been pretty easy. I think we can hold him off. Whoa, what are these? Massive asteroid. Just blocks the everything. So he doesn't have any weapons. That's good. He's only got one squadron. This is going to be easy peasy, I think. So let's deploy our two options here. So fighters, yeah. Perfect. Let's unpause. Alright, so their core system, all allied squadrons are always in a patched state and cannot be repaired. Oh, okay, yeah, that's why they started at half health. Whenever acquiring a new squadron, it comes as patched, but with a bonus 30% of unit value as scrap. Interesting. Well, kill these guys. I need you to move. Oh, gosh. They exploded on death. Ah, that killed him. And we didn't lose either of our squadrons. That's really good. Encounter anomaly, warring battleship. And that's the only thing that was here, apparently. There's a satellite, but that's it. So now that the local system has been fully explored, we got to go to the star map and plan out our next move. This is really the only viable option. It's going to have a ground base and a secret military base. That's anomalous. Well, we're getting the hell out of here one step ahead of this stupid alert thing. Special H addict. Special human is a drug invented by Kosh Burindia Omni to make people feel better about being useless in an empire revolving around machines. It's also extremely addictive. 1,000 times more so than heroin? We waged a war on Special H, making numerous arrests and reducing the Kosh Omni quota as a punishment. But too many people, some of whom were the richest in the empire, became addicted to Special H. So new ways were always found to produce and distribute the drug. How many? 75% of the population was addicted? Wow. I wonder if that's what caused the decline. Huh. He's very, snarky. Do Special H once and you're hooked for life. Which is fine if the drug is available and you have enough dough to buy it. Yep, okay. Wasting my time. Okay, fine. Now, here's the hope that, we can scavenge some Neo-N. Alright, we got an extra one. I mean, only getting one every time you jump is incredibly penalizing, because every time you jump within a system, it also costs you time and effort. So we're going straight to the anomaly, giving it a shot. Could get bumpy. There's an isolated fire. C9, this primary squadron hangar. Or we can let it burn knowing it won't spread to the other sectors of the ship, but suffering squadron damage in the process. I can't afford to use Neo-N to put this out. We suffered some squadron damage in the flames. Hopefully we'll have a chance to repair it soon. Killed a lot of scrappers, they did. Oh, gosh, they wrecked both of our We gotta find a place that can repair them. Yeah, obviously it's a negative outcome. Thanks for that. Alright, well, we'll put one fresh fighter squadron and I guess one drone squadron out to begin with for the next potential fight. We're going to go down to this secret military base. And it looks like this one has the best chance of bringing the loot back, but we have a high chance to lose, to have an officer be injured, or to lose a bunch of commandos. Whereas this one will get less loot, but we'll lose a lot fewer people. I think we're going to take Mikhail. I don't think we want to lose between 0 and 8 commandos. We got to send out the soldier. Danger avoided. We're probably not going to get the main artifact, but we'll see. We got some scrap. Nice. We're going to continue for sure. Erudition got some people hurt and actually injured the officer too. Don't have piloting. Or sharp senses, so we didn't get that resource cache. Got some scrap. Okay. So here, what does the secret military base need in order to get in? Erudition is the only way. Extraction point. There it is. Well, that's a decent amount of scrap. Now we'll have to go to the next option. We need to go to a place with a trading beacon because it might be able to repair our ships. Ooh, is that an enemy battleship? Damn, we didn't have time to repair anything. Everyone on the ship is a child? We're the children of Theodorus IV, a planet in a church cluster. Unlike most people on our planet, we do not worship the Omnis as gods, and for this we have been persecuted. So we stole a ship and left, studying all battleship books in our libraries beforehand. Still, it's been a bumpy ride. Okay, Koki. How can we help them? They're being pursued by other church ships. They know not. They could help us by bringing us aboard, by defending and transporting us to a planet where we'll be free to think and act as we wish. We have scrap. We'd be happy to pay for the ride. We're begging you, help us. They might be on the up and up. But we have a greater mission. Oh! Okay. Well, I guess that was the right choice. Because they want to fight. We will oblige them. Alright, so their core system, Allied Battles, is a Church of Singularity tech. Allied battleship weapons with no direct damage starts the fight loaded at 50%. Oh, wow. So his... When attacking a unit with negative effect, increases by 30% DPS and weapon damage. When attacking a unit with no negative effect, decrease. So they do better if we're debuffed, apparently. Oh, geez, he shot my weapons. That bastard. Alright, what he's bringing a frigate to bear. Which is very good against my fighters, so we'll have to use the fighters carefully. The drones, however, can go right after him. Go straight for the hull. Our weapons are almost ready. Oof. Got him. Alright. We've damaged their hull. And we got him. We got a new drone. And it Mark 1 Flash. That's a different kind of drone, isn't it? Mark 1 Flash does bonus to frigates. Oh, it teleports. That's cool. Teleport the unit to its destination. Cannot use regular move. When using the blender drive to teleport, generates an EMP shockwave, deactivating all enemy squadrons adjacent to the destination for 2 seconds. That's super cool. Alright, now we can try to scavenge. Come on. Oh, jeez, we only got 2. So, like... I guess we could do both. I don't think we should go to the secret military base, because we need erudition, and we couldn't get it. So let's go over here. Brave the anomaly. Oh. An Imperial battleship. Uh-oh. Well, that's disappointing. Didn't even give us a chance to explain. But I can explain! No, you can't. Alright. So he's bringing in a fighter and a fighter. So actually, crap, I should have looked at it. Right-clicking on a squadron undeploys the associated unit and free with another squadron to be deployed. Once back in the hangar, squadron will be slowly repaired over time. Yes, I know that. Oh, I have to wait for them to get back. Now we can put our frigate out there, even though it's weaker. Or not frigate. There it is. We're playing a little defensive here. Alright, we got control of the good defensive terrain here. We're going to send the fighters right after their squadron area so that they can't do anything about this. Our frigates... Whoa! There we go, we helped the frigates survive. But now the frigate's real weak, so we've got to send it back to get healed. So we're attacking their squadron. It's taking heat, and it's going to get critical damage here. They want to negotiate a truce and are offering this in exchange. Let's accept this. Maybe we can learn something from these guys? No. They just want truce. Alright, so now that we're here, this isn't a place that can repair my ships either. Maybe we can sell the broken ones. Like, we don't have any working drones. Well, we do, actually. We have the, we don't have any working frigates. Cruiser. Takes more damage at short range, and it has a range of 2. Oh, that's cool. And it's got 9 DPS of ranged damage. That's super good. Problem is, that's kind of the 3rd squadron you'd want out, not the 2nd, so that it can be protected. So we could buy fuel. Let's buy a lot of fuel, I think. Oh, we can only buy the 2. Ugh. Alright, well the rest we'll save up for upgrading our ship then. I mean, honestly... we could do this and get an extra health bar. That might be enough to help us survive. Alright. I don't think we want to go to the secret military base. Let's go to the star map. And we are here. So we have to go here. And then we have to get to the exit. Probably fight some kind of boss. cargo ship. Oh. A Xeno would be basically think the movie Alien. Blade Omnis used to keep them in check back in the day, but now they're gone. There's a Xeno on the ship, and a self-destruction countdown has been turned on. How can we help? Kill the Xeno that got loose on our ship, or distract her for at least so we can get off before our ship goes boom. If we send commandos to save the smugglers, or we can send commandos not to save smuggler crew, but to grab their cargo. But we do have a specialist officer to disable the self-destruct. That seems like when you have the specialist option, that gives you the best possible way of doing things. We stopped the countdown. That Xeno's still somewhere on the ship. The situation remains the same. Let's send him in. Now we can save the smugglers and grab the cargo, maybe. All right.
Oh my god, hey, it's over here!
Ooh, we got him. We're evacuating the smugglers. Oh. One of us even has some real skills. There's a squadron we were transporting. They can help us. Wow! We got a lot of stuff. So we got some commandos. We got an officer. And we got a cruiser. The Mark II Impaler. That's nice. Ugh. So little fuel gained every time you jump. You barely replace the one you took you to get here. So now we've got a new officer. She's versatile. Skill count +1, but she doesn't have any bonus for being in these various areas, it looks like. Yeah. But she's a spy and a scientist. That'll help if we have any things down, you know, on planet side that we can take advantage of. Oh, there's only one place to go investigate here. A clinic. This was a hospital. We treated patients of all kinds of mental problems. Omni-inferiority complex is probably being a bread and butter. Now the clinic is little more than a refuge for us human doctors and our families. Is not much, but it's what we call home. This will be a good chance to help the officers and crew with some of their problems. Some of the crew are starting to worry that their emotionally linked memories are never going to come back. Talking with a shrink, a psychiatrist, could do them some good. Let's see what happens if they help our crew. Fatigued from trying to restore the Emperor's sectors to their former state. We need scrap for the job. We could heal an officer by paying scrap. I don't actually have any injured officers, do I? Oh, yes, I do. I sent somebody down onto the planet. I definitely saw they had gotten hurt. Your crew members are almost entirely incapable of recalling their most important emotional memories. They claim to recall dying. They claim to recall dying over and over again. Now, it's possible they had already healed, and they weren't really injured, and I didn't need to spend that. That appears to be the case. But either way, we've learned a little bit more. Now we can reach the exit. I probably should have equipped that new cruiser, but we'll see. Scrapper battleship. Looks like one of Mother's sector cronies. Telos battleship in my sector? Then you took a wrong turn somewhere, Admiral. Where'd you get that? The villain speech store? Alright, this one actually has 2 hull levels, so it's going to be harder than the other ones that we faced so far. However, exploding on death deals 14 damage to adjacent units. So we got to be careful of the Drone Mark II Boomer and the Fighter Mark II. Because they're scrappers, they start out damaged. Mark II does a lot more damage. Well, not a lot more, but some more damage than ours. I guess we'll get... Now, if they're coming at us with a fighter and a drone, so we want to come at them with a frigate and a fighter. Alright, let's see what happens. They don't have any weapons to speak of, so I just have to care about their stupid little... Oh, I have to go after their drone... their fighters. Do this. Damn it, they got all the way over to my hull. As long as we don't lose the whole thing, I think we'll be okay. And now we've got a shield on it. Okay, it absorbed the damage. These fighters better go back and repair. If the hull... Heat reach the hull, all officers prevent all officers, locked officers can't, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so we now are going to bring out the Impaler. Oh, we didn't get much damage out on that, did we? Let's stay right in here. Artillery. Fire a projectile dealing 13 damage to the enemy battleship, no matter the distance? Oh, so they don't actually fight enemy drones. They just fire at the enemy battleship every 10 seconds. That's really cool. Unfortunately, I'm currently getting attacked. So I need some people to do anti-drone duty here, which would be fighters, right? Get out there, come on. Alright. I think I missed. Fighter versus fighter. Oh, they get exploded. Damn it, they killed my fighters. Those were good fighters. But now we're hitting... We blew up some stuff. Is it hitting a random place, or is it always hitting the hull? I guess it always goes for the enemy hull. Let's go for their squadron bay. Try to weaken it. Okay, here comes more drones. I am out of good options. So I've got to put out my weakened guys. They're almost dead, though. There we go. That'll help. Oh, we got a fighter now, huh? Well, we just have to delay them. Alright, guns go! Yeah! So yeah, we lost one of our fighters. We got a lot of scrap out of that. So that means we can have that cruiser and 2 squadrons from now on. Once we upgrade. So we've completed Chapter 1, Sector 1. We'll try to complete the first chapter today. Border shop provide healing and repair services. Oh, that's good. Oh, we can repair the stuff. We can't buy anything new, unfortunately. No officers to heal. So we definitely need to heal everybody, I think. We don't need more commandos. We probably need more fuel. Oh, we bought all their fuel we can buy. We didn't lose any bars of health, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and upgrade our squadron dock to include another. So now we're going to have a fighter and a frigate. And then we'll have the cruiser always out as well. Oh, they only had so many things, so many repair slots, I guess. So many bays. Okay. Well, this is the entrance we just came in on. Where do we go from here? We're doing okay, but 3 of these being anomalies is very concerning to me. Abandoned auto factory, huh? Well, we haven't tried that yet. There's a shipyard here. They could repair our other one. Let's go this way. And it might also have some fuel for sale. We made it. There's a station, a research station. And a key destroyer can't be too far away from a key research station. Let's try to contact it. I don't know anything about the Aki. It seems to be from a personal log. Despite our best efforts, number 11 died today, and because of the shutdown, it appears we won't be receiving additional test subjects. Terminating research we spent the last 5 years working on, but how can we give up now after all the work we've put in, which is why I've decided to continue the research with myself as our next subject. Things probably didn't end well for Dr. Akara. Seems likely. I think we should probably investigate it. We've got enough commandos to risk it. They find him as, like, crazy inhuman monster. Who knows? The place is empty, huh? Kara and her team must have left the place years ago. Can't blame them either. The place gives me the creeps. Plus, it smells weird. Huh. I think we get him out of there. No. Let's give him a shot. Go for it. Go for it. Let's Starship Troopers it up in here. Uh-oh. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, boy. We have a specialist officer, a beast killer. Go for it. I don't like to brag, it's unbecoming, but you know as they say, so is modesty. This Mikhail guy is real good. Or girl? Yeah, never mind. It's Michael. The hair threw me for a loop. The tears of happiness? Jesus. I love beast smell.
What are you waiting for?
Michael got him. Good job, Michael. Dr. Akara turned into a monster. I don't want the head, Lieutenant. No, thank you. Alright, so 104 scrap. That's a decent haul. Now let's scavenge. Come on. Oh, gosh. So rarely. Like, the main one never gets there, and the boosted one never gets there either. Like, we're already maxed out our fuel scavenging efficiency. Very, very low chance we get an extra 3. Okay. So that having been said, where do we go from here? There's an anomaly at each one. Alright, well, we're going to the planet first. We've got a better person for planetary stuff under certain conditions. A distress signal. Scrapper signal. We might learn about this mother thing. If we can get some more information about this mother, we can maybe take out this whole organization. What does he know about the shutdown? He don't know anything about it. You gotta believe me. Mom didn't tell me anything. Just do this, scrap that, terrorize them, that kind of thing. You gotta believe me. Where's this mother? She's a very busy woman scrapping Omnitech and enslaving people, but, you've heard of the Neo-N child, right? The prophet of these sectors. A child no older than 12. She knows all there is to know. The Neo-N helps her see. Snorts it up her nose. She's the one that'll know. I'm not going to give him any scrap. No. Oh, good. It worked. You'll find him on the... Put it on your star map. Okay. Mother's sisters. The rumors once they tried to rise up against her, spread all kinds of blah, blah, blah. When Mother found out, she cut out their tongues, made sure they'd never spread rumors again. Alright, we got everything we needed out of that guy. We didn't even have to give him scrap and let him go either. So let's head down to the surface. We're going to scan the planet. What is there to find? An abandoned auto factory and a secret military base, but major threats. We might be ambushed. Luckily, the spy looks like it's going to extract a lot of the things we need and lose the fewest people. Well, actually, the soldier's going to lose the fewest people, but the spy is going to get us what we want. Actually, oh, that's officer survival. Officer has a chance to be injured. This might be better because they're going to get a bunch of the stuff and we're not going to lose quite so many dudes. This one's guaranteeing that we're going to lose 5. That's crazy. Alright. So let's do it. I believe in us. If it gets real bad, we'll pull him out. We have good dropship tech. Uh-oh. What happens here? Fight, yes. Sharp senses, no. So we took a little damage. Demolition got us out of there. 38, excellent. More resources, good. Avoided danger. We're going to keep going. We still got most of our forces. Oh, wow. We're going again. So there's a secret military base. We're not going to be able to get in because we don't have... Sharp Senses isn't the one that it was last time. I think it might be different each time. Slightly different. Damn it, we don't have hacking, so we can't get the main artifact either. Those are... I think you can get items. Ooh. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, get the hell out of there. That officer's hurt pretty bad now. Alright. Let's see. Do we go to the other one? I guess we gotta go to the other one. This one's not gonna hurt our commandos, at least. We're just gonna have to fight, probably. A scrapper. Take him down. Huh. So we're gonna deploy... I think we're gonna deploy this cruiser back here. And then we'll do a forward deploy of these others. Fighters... and boomer drones. Ugh. So fighters need to go after the drones, and the frigate can wait. There we go. Frigate can go straight for the hull or the squadron. Let's go straight for the squadrons. Actually, our fighters have to retreat now. We'll send... There we go. I'm trying to make sure their squadrons don't repair very quickly. Oh boy. They're sending out... Oh no, our frigate! That was a mistake. Come home, frigate, come home! We'll give you cover. I think we'll use the teleportation drone. Alright. Sending fighters at us. It's teleporting. Come on. Damn it. We lost the drone. The fighters. Or the frigate. Damn it. Oh, wait. Auto-crafting field will spawn one crafted drone squad with 20 health points. I forgot we had that, actually. Got him. We lost the frigate, though. It's weakened now. Oh, we got a new officer. Marine Chung. Advanced maneuver. Squadron speed. Plus 10% when visible, but 35% when in stealth mode. And she's good as a soldier. Well, we might have another slot for an officer now. Squadron system support. Alright, now that we're here, what can we do? We can repair... We can buy a longbow cruiser. Holy moly. A 3 range, 13 DPS. That's insane. Let's just repair the 2 there. An auxiliary system. We don't have any of these. Each damage received by your battleship hull will reduce your topmost weapon remaining reload time. Okay, or... A deployed squadron undeploying back to the hangar with less than 30% health will gain bonus speed and is not affected by other movement modifiers. Undeployment cannot be cancelled. That seems pretty useful to try to get these guys to survive. I'm going to take it. Alright, we'll save what scrap we have left for upgrades. Well, that was a fruitful visit here. We already visited all of these areas, so let's go to the next one in the list. We have to go here before we get some more options. Uh-oh. These commandos are in the early stages of an aggressive form of Neo-N poisoning. Some of our specialist officers have the necessary antibodies to heal the commandos, but I'll need a considerable amount of blood. Ask one of your specialist officers to give blood. I don't want to lose these commandos. Okay. So it looks like the officers heal over time. Whoa, we got a ton of fuel. Fantastic. So we'll head to the ground party. Maybe every time you jump, I'm not sure. Oh. Who are these guys? Used to be a planet for a key Omni factories. A key must be the house. Wasn't high-paid work, but it was honest. I know the nobles looked down on us, but we took pride in it. We bled for those machines. Now we're struggling to survive between all the diseases and starvation. What do we know about the shutdown? It was a day like any other. One moment we were there building, and then the next everything went strangely quiet. Our foremen were Omnis, and they just slumped over. No warning, no nothing. That does seem like an attack on the Empire. How can we help? We could always use some scrap. We'll give him a little bit. Oh, we got a flak cannon Mark II for our battleship. What do we need in order to add another slot for our weapons? We need 90. So we'll look to do that eventually. Let's start with drones and fighters from now on. Oops, we want to stay here, actually. We have a mission to go down to the planet to do. No major threats, an ejected cryopod. She's weakened, but it says she's going to come back without injury. And yet... 36 and 79%. We'll lose between 10 and 10 commandos. What? That ain't cool. Alright. I think... 53 and 99%. We're going to go with Michael again. He's been doing good in the past. But, more importantly, 99% of resources suggest we're actually going to get an artifact here. We haven't got one of those yet. Gulp. We didn't have engineering. Here's the ejected cryopod. Oh, demolition and fight were the two things we needed, so we gained an officer. Ooh. Oh, we lost the commando. More have been injured. Oh, gosh. So, if we retreat... we'll save 2 of the injured. You know what? Let's bring back all the commandos and 62 scrap. So we saved the commandos. Now we have one more anomaly to do here. I don't like doing these anomalies. I'm going to try to jump to a place that has fewer of them. More scrappers. Destroying ships distracts me from my painful mutations. It's gold. Thank you for telling us, I guess. Alright. Alright, we're putting our nice big cruiser in the back here to help us. And we'll just really need to defend it. Ooh, what are these? EMP towers. They do... I think if you capture them, they do damage to the enemy, but in this case, that's not really useful, is it? Oh, they've got 3 squadrons. Drones, drones, and more drones. Alright, we can teleport and hit most of these guys with our little pulse. There we go. Ugh. Fighters, get back to safety. These stupid boomer drones are really annoying. Everybody go back to safety. We'll just rely on shooting it from afar for now. This cruiser's pretty awesome. Mark II Impaler. We're gonna have to send out... More fighters. And I guess more drones. Because that's what they keep sending out. These stupid boomers. Actually, no. We can send out one frigate because it looks like they are sending fighters this time. Alright, going straight for the hull with our main guns. And with our other guns. Damn, the other gun doesn't hurt their main... Oh, no effects on battleship hull. I just saw that. There we go. Oh, he's got another freaking shield. Ay, ay, ay. Well, let's get out brand new defenses. Oh no! Go away! Whew, they made it. So our cruiser is healing up. Let's send some fighters out to do actual damage to the enemy in the meantime. Hit their main area. There we go. Whew. That was a little bit tougher to figure out. We got a level 2, another frigate. Level 2 frigate this time. So let's see the difference. Level 1 frigate is 3 DPS and 100 health. A level 2 frigate is... less? Oh, it's a Magneto. All enemy units able to target this unit are forced to do so, and all adjacent enemies cannot move. So it has a little bit less DPS, but it has more health and has a taunt built in. That seems like a good thing to have out there. Let's also have fighters. I think I only have the fighter Mark 1s, right? I don't have any other specialty fighters. Nope. Alright, that's fine. Well, the local system has been fully explored. Let's go back into the star map and see if we can find something with fewer anomalies. This looks like a good one. It's got a store, too, if we need it. But I think I'd rather save for getting the final unlock of the squadron bay. That was strange. Huh. I mean, if he messes with us, we could just blow it out of the sky, right? I think so. Let's try it. We can always get more commandos. Captain Lean, I know you've sent your men into dangerous situations before, but I'm asking you to do it again. Ooh. Yeah, pull the team out of there. Well, what does he want? Yeah, get the team out of there. We don't want to deal with this. Oh, shit. Oh, no. We've made it back. Ugh. That's awful. Let's scavenge some Neo-N. Not much, apparently. We gotta go buy more mercenaries, I guess. We no longer have a commando surplus. Asanam are in trouble. There are two types of people, the Asanam and the Bashari. When the Aki Omnis were here, they gave the best jobs to the Bashari, often overlooking my people. This was done to divide us. That's pretty much as old as time. The Bashari lost sight of that and started abusing their power, throwing us in jail. The abuse went on for decades, and all that was preventing violence between our two people was paradoxically the Omnis, so when it shut down, civil war. How can we help? We need commandos to defend ourselves against the violent Bashari. They want to wipe us off the planet. The Bashari are intelligent and industrious, unlike the Asanam. They're both claiming that they need our commandos. It seems like our specialist officer can tell us what we need to know. Neither is to be trusted. Our commandos would not be used for just purposes, but to commit terrible war crimes. Yeah, well then, now we know. They didn't get what they want, so they got all mad about it. Alright, good news. We can heal, and we can recruit some more commandos. And we can sell some stuff we don't need. So a flat cannon does 30 damage every 33 seconds. That's like one shot in a battle. Targets 15 random cells in the area. This one hits everything. It does a little less damage, but it hits everything. A big area is actually not great because it's more likely that it's going to hit my stuff. So I'm going to sell this, actually. Now, what do they have to buy? X-Beam? That's kind of interesting. Or a Dark Matter Cannon Mark III. Units can't move through or stay on the targeted cells for 8 seconds. Creates a wall, huh? Let's just buy a little bit of fuel and be on our way. Alright, let's investigate these other areas, see if we can't get some advantages. Ooh, battleship badly damaged. Send a team to explore the interior of the ship. Captain Lean wants to see some action. Alright, we just stocked up on commandos, so find the signal. Trackers are telling us we're close to the signal, but we've hit a snag. Corridor collapse. We do have a specialist for this, apparently. We should be able to remotely command a drilling drone. Thanks to the pencil pusher, we've made our way deeper into the ship. Signal's coming from the brig. There's a prisoner here. He's in a bad way. Got his hands on a dead guard's comm device and was using it to send the signal. The key ship got crushed battling pirates. Also says he's a senator and that if we deliver him safely to his planet, we can expect a big fat reward. Downside is he's stuck in one of those damn hypercells. Gonna require some time and resources to bust him out. Do it. Alright, a quest added in the next sector. Pretty cool. Let's find out if this guy's actually a senator or not. There's so much duplicitousness going on in this galaxy. relayed signal from the planet. Let's check the signal before we investigate the planet. There's a scrapper hiding near the beacon. It was a trap! Oh, no! Kind of sophisticated for a scrapper. That's true. Their squadrons have been deployed and their weapons are ready to fire. Those bastards. Oh, we've got a nanopod repair field right around our... That's really cool. What about over here? Anti-battleship battery. I gotta get control of that. Anti-squadron defensive battery, and it's a huge area. Wow. Oh, and it heals everything here. Jesus. Okay. We actually need to put out all of our things. So we'll put out... The frigates will actually be here. We'll put out a squad of fighters here. And we'll put out a squad of drones. Regular drones. Right here. And we'll wait for our weapons to charge and see what happens. Alright. So our magnet frigate needs to fight fighters. So that's not a bad thing to do. Our fighters can go fight their fighters as well. All adjacent squadrons will capture and activate this unit. Are we capturing it? Yes, we are capturing it. Okay. So it's going to be able to heal. This says apply regen for 10 seconds on units within 4 cells. Every 15 seconds it does that. So these guys just have to be within range. These guys need to retreat if they can. There we go. Plasma nuke has not been super useful. Anyway, we're going to get our impaler out here. There, oh boy. The frigate's in bad shape. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Get these guys back here to heal up. We'll get the Magneto. Nope, that's the wrong one. We want the other frigate out there to do some damage to the enemy ship. There we go. Ooh. That was a big one. We can hit them. There we go. Alright, send the fighters back to heal. Got him. Ooh, a prototype Mark 1 fighter. I wonder what the prototype effect does. This is a regular fighter, 5 DPS. Prototype has a decaying field. Apply decay to the current target unit for 5 seconds. It inflicts 2.5% of max health as damage per second. That's kind of cool. We definitely want to put the prototype fighter out there then at the beginning of the battle next time. And then we can put the magnet frigate out there as well. Alright, so that's all we got here was that. So we've got to get back out into the star map. Now this is going to tell us where... So here's our... Oh, there's an Omniforge. But where do we have to go to bring... the Senator? It's none of these places, huh? I figured it'd be on the star map. Huh. Oh, this is gold. Suspicious system. Oh. It will become hostile after the next jump. Yeah, I don't know why we can't see the objective. He said he was going to tell us where to go. I guess we got to go to the Omniforge here. Because that's new. I don't know what the hell that is, but let's go. Pre-shutdown message from the pirate beacon. Pro Bonnie Adder for tips and advice on how to be a better pilot. What could go wrong? Whoa! We got super lucky. Lots of fuel. Alright, so in this local system, the only option is the Omniforge. Unfortunately, we have no frickin' scrap with which to spend on it, but at least we'll get to see what it is. That would have been nice. So, we can upgrade a squadron here, but I'm guessing it's going to cost scrap. Or maybe just we get one upgrade every time you get to these things. Let's find out. Could get lucky. Yeah, it doesn't look like it costs anything. Select a squadron to upgrade it to the next level. Well, we definitely don't want... So what about a prototype fighter? It becomes a Mark II prototype. A Mark III Magneto might not be bad either. Now, ooh, that's right. I do like the Impaler. It does 16 damage per shot instead of 13. And it's a little bit faster. I don't know about that. Oh, this costs me fuel to upgrade these things. Ugh. Now, the Flash is definitely one of my cooler drones, because the Shockwave deactivates all squadrons for 2 seconds. But this will increase their melee DPS. It's a tough call, but I think I want to upgrade the prototype drones. Or the prototype fighters. They'll do more damage, and they'll do more health damage, and more importantly, they'll survive longer with an extra 5 HP. That might just be enough. Can we do more? Oh, we can. If we put out the prototype and the Magneto together, that could be a potent combination. And you know what? I think I might get the Impaler while we're at it. Damn, this place is cool. But I can't afford it anymore. I got things to do and people to see. Can't go here. So I guess we got to go straight to the exit. Now, do we have them set up correctly here? The prototype, the Magneto, and the Impaler. That's exactly the 3 that I want for the final fight here. Sector 2 of 3, the Zuwanuau system. Ooh, Mother Sector bosses. Mom told me to kill you nice and dead. Now I see why. Thanks for that, I guess. Alright. Where are we deploying here? The Magneto will be in front. The Impaler will be in the back. And we'll have our fighters there. So... boomers are good at killing frigates. We gotta be careful of that. So we need our fighters to run interference a little bit. Let's get the frigate inside here. And the fighters will go over here. Hey, why aren't you going after them when I told you to? Oh boy, the Magneto's in trouble. Get the hell out of there. Retreat! No! Damn it. Alright, cruiser, get home, get home, get home! Oh, it made it! I think I needed more than just the Impaler out there. When battleship systems sustain damage, the level of heat in that system increases. Once the heat gauge is full, the system will sustain a critical effect that decreases its efficiency or starts a fire. There we go, took care of that. Now, these guys are repairing the critical effect, which is that they locked our systems down. Movement is locked because of this. Ugh. Now, get the hell out. They're coming at us with fighters, so we need to respond with frigates. Oh boy, those guys were just left out to their death. Ugh. So they're coming at us with more drones. We gotta send out more fighters. I feel like I need the Imperial guy. Or the Impaler guy. Otherwise, I'm not making any progress here. So who do we put out? Some drones and some fighters. Those are the only... Oh, we've got our prototype fighters are back at full health here. They've only got... Oh, they keep making new ones, huh? They're all weak, but those damn boomers are killing me every time. I can't really hurt them at range, so I guess I've got to blow them up with this. There we go. Okay. Can we hit it in time? Yeah, it was instant. There we go. Now, send in the fighters, I guess. Ugh. Actually, send in the fighters to go after somebody else. The boomer drones are going to kill their own teammate here. Alright. Treat those guys. Got to do some damage. There we go. Damaging their squadron area. Our Impaler's already out. We could put out more fighters. There we go. We hurt them there. They're about to pop back out with more drones, but we're ready for them with a piercer. And these fighters can cover the retreat of the other guys. Oh, we've damaged it. We locked him down. Okay, we might have it now. Where did these guys come from? These guys need to retreat. Oh, give him cover. Come on, get out of there. No, get out of there. They made it. Okay. But my guys are in trouble now as well. Oh, they made it. They made it. They got it. They were able to disengage. Okay. All right. They're hitting our weapons. Okay, we got more guys that can come out here though. The Impaler is safe. We can send out some fighters and a frigate to deal with the other guys and the prototype fighters. Oof, okay, we got there before they destroyed our hull section. Oh, damn it, they did kill our... whatever that was. Oh, these guys aren't boomers, at least. This is a tough fight right now, and I need to get my Impaler back out there. To finish it. Not only that, we've actually got some damage we can do. There we go. Can they leave? Can they disengage? Incoming friendly drones to help. There we go. Boomers are gonna bloom. Damn, all these guys are repairing, but they're doing so very slowly. I gotta send the Impaler back in. Oh, they've only got 6 health left. All we have to do is survive 3 more seconds, and then our main guns are up. Oh, no. Go back. Get him. Wow. We got absolutely toasted. I mean, the 500 will repair a lot of them. That's good. But, man. Jeef Skag. Achievement unlocked. So these story chapters are the things that unlock. I think once you've beaten a chapter, then you can start all new runs from the second chapter. So if we beat chapter 1 and die in chapter 2, then when we get revived, we start in chapter 2, so we don't have to replay the whole first section again and learn the same story we already learned. So it looks like at the start of everything, you always get a shop that can repair your stuff. There's not much to buy except fuel here. We didn't have to repair any hull, so that saved us a bunch of money. Ooh, the more expensive ones cost more to repair, too. That sucks. These two are bread and butter. And we don't have any drones. But, I mean, they hardly ever use... The people we're going up against don't use frigates. So that... Unfortunately, they only have those 3 repairs. Alright, we're going to call it there for today, ladies and gents. So, see us again tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern. See you then.